Hello friends, I'm George, the nice smelling gentleman. Welcome back to the channel guys, I hope that all of you are doing well. I haven't done a fragrance battle video for a very long time, so I think it's about time to get back on track with those videos. Today I'm going to compare three scents that come from the Middle Eastern brands. All three of them are inspired by the same original fragrance. The original fragrance comes from Carolina Herrera and their private line, and it's called Mystery Tobacco. And the three fragrances that are cloning this scent and that I'm going to battle out in today's video come from Maison Alhambra Tobacco Exclusif Tabac, from Paris Corner Mysterious Tobacco, and from Fragrance World Tobacco Mid. So today I'm going to compare all three of them and I'm going to tell you my personal opinion which is the best clone of Mystery Tobacco. Now, usually I start these fragrance battle videos with the comparison of the packaging, the bottle design, the box design, the whole presentation of the fragrance. But at this current time, I don't have the boxes of all three scents with me. But in my personal opinion, the box that looks the nicest out of the three fragrances that I'm featuring in today's video is reserved for Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. So package wise, or at least box wise, I think Exclusif Tabac has the best packaging. When it comes to the actual bottle design, now two of the fragrances that are featured in today's video, Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra and Charuto Mysterious Tobacco, they don't share pretty much none similarities with the original fragrance. They are the furthest away. The one that actually is very similar to the original bottle is a Tobacco Mid from Fragrance World. Bottle wise, this looks the closest to the original fragrance, but at the same time this is my least favorite bottle out of the three. This bottom part feels very plasticky, the cap is very plasticky, and all around this is my least favorite bottle design. Charuto Mysterious Tobacco from Pandora Scents and Paris Corner comes in this reddish looking bottle. The bottle itself is really nice. The only thing that I don't really like is this cap. It's a very snug fit but also feels very cheap and plasticky, but still I prefer this bottle design compared to the one on the Fragrance World scent. And for me the best looking bottle, the best feeling bottle is Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. I think it looks really nice. The cap is also plastic and feel plasticky, but still I think has the best feel out of all three fragrances. It's a snug fit, the bottle has a nice design, and it's not unnecessarily too heavy like for an example Tobacco Mid. So all around when it comes to the whole packaging, the presentation, the box design and the bottle design, for me the clear winner will be Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. Now, as I said in the beginning of the video, all three fragrances that I'm comparing today, all three of them have been heavily inspired by an original scent from Carolina Herrera and their private line, which is called Mystery Tobacco. The original fragrance is a very nice blend of a strong tobacco note, which is basically the main note in that fragrance, which feels very sweet. It's aided from some other sweet notes like vanilla and tonka bean. You get some ouds in the opening, you get some citruses and some floral freshness. All around it's a very nice tobacco based fragrance that I absolutely love. And now let's talk about the scent of the three clones or inspired by fragrances that I'm featuring in today's video. To be honest, none of them get the opening completely right compared to the original fragrance. Two of them do a somewhat of a good job at replicating the opening of the original fragrance. For an example, Charuto Mysterious Tobacco actually does a nice job at copying that floral freshness, that citrusy, slightly gingery freshness of the opening of the original fragrance. But where this misses is the quality and the strength of the tobacco note. Also lacks a bit of the sweetness of the original fragrance in the opening. This also feels very boozy. Now the original fragrance feels boozy to my nose. All good clones also feel boozy, but Mysterious Tobacco from Pandora Scents and Paris Corner actually has the most boozy opening compared to all three. And again, it gets the freshness, the floral aspects and the freshness of the opening of the original fragrance right, but it lacks a bit of the sweetness, lacks a bit of the strength of the tobacco note, and is very boozy in the opening. Maison Alhambra Exclusif Tabac actually does the sweetness right, it does the tobacco note right, but here you're missing on that floral and citrusy freshness that at least I get from the original fragrance. So basically, if you can combine the opening of these two scents, you'll almost get identical opening to the original fragrance, but unfortunately none of them feel super close to the original when it comes to the opening. And then lastly, tobacco mid, in my opinion, completely misses the opening. This one has a very heavy emphasis on the tobacco note, feels very sweet, but it lacks all, you know, everything else. Doesn't feel as boozy as the original fragrance, doesn't feel as fresh, and doesn't feel as floral in the opening compared to the original fragrance. So none of them actually get the opening very right. But if I have to point out two fragrances that are doing somewhat of a good job in the opening, those will be Mysterious Tobacco from Pandora Scents and Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. And my personal favorite opening is reserved for Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. On the dry down, all three colognes actually get very close to the original scent, but again there are a few minor differences, and the furthest away on the dry down for me feels Mysterious Tobacco from Pandora Scents and Paris Corner. The reasons why this is still lighter on the tobacco note in the dry down, still lacks some of the sweetness that you get out of the original fragrance, and also still, even to the late dry down, this feels like the booziest fragrances out of all three, and feels as having a stronger boozy note compared to the original scent. So on the dry down, Mysterious Tobacco to my nose feels the furthest away to the original fragrance. The next one that gets a little bit closer will be Tobacco Mid from Fragrance World. Actually gets very close to the original fragrance on the dry down. Still though, this feels like having a little bit stronger tobacco note. Also feels like a kind of earthy a little bit, because it has a pretty strong patchouli note, again stronger than the original fragrance, but still on the dry down actually comes very close to the original scent. And for me, the best job on the dry down, you know, of how close the fragrance gets to the original scent will be Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. This feels very nice. The dry down is super similar to the original fragrance. You get that woody, tobacco-y mix with a nice amount of sweetness. Again, you get some, you know, patchouli earthiness in this fragrance, but it's not overwhelming, not super strong. And all around, this feels, you know, like being the closest on the dry down to the original fragrance. If I have to pick up a personal overall winner when it comes to how good of a job it does copying the original fragrance, the whole quality, and how much I've enjoyed the actual scent, for me, the winner without any doubt will be Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra, with the other two fragrances coming into a very close second place. When it comes to performance, all three of them have very similar performance, but again there are a few minor differences. For me, the weakest fragrance has been Tobacco Mid from Fragrance World. I've been getting about 7, maybe 7.5 hours of performance out of this fragrance, with nice projection in the first hour and a half up to 2 hours, but still, especially comparing them when it comes to total longevity on skin, this for me has proven to be the weakest fragrance, although not a weak fragrance on its own. The next one will be Paris Corner's Mysterious Tobacco. This has been giving me solid 8 hours of performance, with nice projection again in the first hour and a half up to 2 hours. So this one comes in second place when it comes to performance. And the strongest fragrance for me on my skin, in my personal opinion, has been Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. This has constantly been giving me over 8 hours, close to 9 hours of performance, with nice projection for the first about 2 hours. So Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra is the strongest performing fragrance in today's video. Price-wise, I cannot name a clear winner, because basically, at least around here, all three fragrances tend to cost pretty much equal amount of money, somewhere in the range of 20 to 25 euros. So all three are actually very affordable, especially compared to the original fragrance, which tends to be very expensive. Versatility-wise, again, pretty much almost equal, because you know, they are pretty similar scent-wise to each other, to the original fragrance, which is an unisex fragrance that leans to the masculine side. And at the end, a few final words and the final ranking in today's video, the final score. For me, the fragrance that is going to come up in third position, or my least favorite clone of Mystery Tobacco, will be Tobacco Mid from Fragrance World, for a few reasons. Two main reasons to be exact. The first main reason is because I expected this one to be stronger when it comes to performance. Again, not a bad performing fragrance, but still I had higher expectations. And the second reason is because this just feels a little bit too strong on the tobacco note, which ruins a little bit the scent profile, at least for me personally. Again, not a bad scent on its own, not a bad performer on its own, relatively well priced, pretty affordable, quality is good. Still, though not as close to the original fragrance as I wanted it to be, and not as good of a performer as I wanted it to be. So that's why this is going to be in third position. The next one in line, or in second position overall in today's video, will be Mysterious Tobacco from Paris Corner and Pandora Scents. Basically because it has slightly better performance than Tobacco Mid from Fragrance World. I just like the whole scent profile a little bit better, and all around those are the main reasons why Mysterious Tobacco will finish in second position. And for me, the winner in today's video will undoubtedly be Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. For me, this is one of the best Maison Alhambra releases, as a whole. It comes nicely packaged, is very competitively priced, has a very nice quality. The overall quality of the scent is the best out of the three fragrances, offers the best performance, at least in my experience. Because of all those reasons, for me, Exclusif Tabac is the clear winner in today's video, and this for me has been the best clone of Mystery Tobacco that I've had my hands on. So guys, in today's episode of Fragrance Battle, I compared three clones of Mystery Tobacco from Carolina Herrera: Mysterious Tobacco from Paris Corner and Pandora Scents, Tobacco Mid from Fragrance World, and Exclusif Tabac from Maison Alhambra. I hope that you found this video interesting or useful. If you did, give it a like, and I also hope that you're going to join me in the next one. And until then, stay safe and bye bye.